Aloha and welcome. My name is Taylor Norris, and I'm a Galactic Astrology soul reader, intuitive astrologer, Reiki master teacher. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you about Neptune in Aries and a fabulous, fantastical, most wondrous, expansive opportunity to really invite in the higher frequencies of this transit and to bless forward the next 14 years of this transit and to really work multidimensionally with every time your soul has ever experienced Neptune in Aries. Thank you so much for being here with me today in this video, for being on this journey with me, for thinking super cosmically and just being a light worker in the world right now. You are so needed, you are so valued, you are so cherished. And my sense is really that things are going to get more and more interesting and more empowering and more expansive in many different ways. And it's really been interesting connecting with this energy. So, just to contextualize, planet Neptune has a 165-year orbit. It stays in a zodiac sign for 14 years. It has been in Pisces zodiac sign since 2011. March 30th of this year, Neptune is entering Aries for the first time since the late 1800s, 1861 to 1874. So it has not been in Aries for over a century and a half. And so this is a very special entrance into a new zodiac sign. And it's like it's finishing what it's been working with this entire cycle through every single zodiac sign. Pisces is the last zodiac sign, Aries is the first zodiac sign. And we have so many different planets that are really moving between both of these signs right now. And Neptune is really, the word that's coming is the heavy hitter, but Neptune is not a heavy hitting planet, but it's like the most powerful or the outermost planet within our conventional conception of the solar system that is making this adjustment. So it carries a weight to it, even though Neptune is really like a planet of weightlessness and oceanic consciousness and oneness. There's a certain gravity, but at the same time, so I'm getting into the paradoxical nature here. There's a gravity with it, but the feeling of Neptune is like there is no gravity. There are no limitations. We can expand out as far and wide as possible. And it has been just the most amazing energy to begin connecting with. And let me know in the comments if you have been consciously connecting in with Neptune and Aries. It can be difficult with all these different astrological transits, galactic energies, all the different energies going on to really like dial in and focus on one particular component of the energetic suit, but I've really been doing that in preparing for the class I'm teaching on Neptune and Aries. And it has been so powerful, so beautiful. It's taken me down rabbit holes and connections within what does it mean in a larger collective context, but also brought up, I mean, like full embodied synchronistic memory, oneness, awareness of other lifetimes I've had, and really even my most recent lifetime on earth, and like bringing that in my body, waking up within me, showing me how many different dots is connected. I mean, it's been wild. It's been really wild. And at the same time, so this huge spiritual opening and empowerment and awareness and activation, as well as really observing my spirit alive and embodied and expressed and engaging with the daily world, daily reality, other human beings, like all the so-called normal things, the mundane sphere, like really being present in a new way. And that's really one of the key themes that I wrote down today and I wanted to share, that there, with this Neptune and Aries energy, there's a greater sense of being your spirit, Neptune, out in the world, Aries. You're already doing this. Okay. If you're watching this video, like, no doubt you are already your spirit out in the world. But there's more to it. There's more to go. There is more, and it's exciting. The more is so very exciting. Another note I wrote down, your spirit more out in the open and activated. Really seeing us being in our highest spiritual gifts out in the world, operating and doing things. It's much less of a closeted spiritual energy or feeling like you have to hide or like be in the closet about your spiritual gifts or only use them in certain contexts, or like, really having them kind of like compartmentalized off more so into your spiritual gifts really activated and in action in like all aspects of your daily life, just like coming through, being like a natural part of your functioning. And really like this whole dissolution between like your spiritual life and like your mundane life, like that is all. I'm sure you're already very much on a journey of having those be the same thing, but it's like even more of that. So, very exciting energy, very magical energy. And so I've been inspired to teach a class on this. I've been inspired to teach a class on all of the major transits of this year that are like really highlighting as major transits to me. There are more transits beyond that that are, really exciting. But in this Neptune Ingress Aries class, I'm teaching on March 30th, on the day Neptune enters Aries. These classes, so it's a galactic intuitive astrology class combined with a Reiki journey, combined with the Reiki energy. What I'm discovering in this format of class is really helping us systematically, guided by the planets and the stars and what's really current cosmically, love ourselves back into wholeness by consciously aligning with the cycles of the earth and the cosmos. Because we are beings of the earth, we are beings of the cosmos, and earth is, of course, a being of the cosmos as well. So letting that all reconcile and unify as divinely ordered and orchestrated by the planets and what they're doing right now in alignment with the stars. We're right on time, right in divine timing. It's also been very highlighted in my awareness, the importance now through next February in particular to be in group experiences, Pluto and Aquarius, of the authority Saturn of love, Neptune. That this is very balancing for all the different shifts we are experiencing as a collective as we enter into this new paradigm of higher consciousness, of inner authority, of self-governance, of greater love, greater freedom, greater empowerment, greater collaboration, peace on earth, galactic contact, greater perceptions of the subtler dimensions of reality that are just as real as the super physical, material aspects and dimensions of our reality. And what this class is also about is empowering the higher frequencies of heightened Aries energy and receiving the enhanced spiritual resources coming in to restore and protect the balance of divine masculine and divine feminine. Because when I've gone into like the lower frequencies of Saturn and Neptune entering Aries, Neptune entering Aries, those two planets conjoining, they will conjoin at 0 Aries in February 2026. And it's like not hard to imagine how this could go poorly or what the lower frequency manifestations of it. And plenty of astrologers and intuitives and different people are talking about that. And if you look at historical perspectives and all of that, and I'm sharing this not to elicit fear, but just to share that yes, I've seen that too. Okay. I've seen that too. I'm aware of all of that as well. And what I have been assured is that the availability, accessibility, and activation of spiritual resources within each of us, and then also within more of the protectors and the guardians and the non-physical realms that are all supporting the earth right now, that is all in balance. That the spiritual resources and activations and support and protection and all of that is there to balance out and hopefully guide us into the highest possible expression of this great new beginning of spirit, Neptune in matter, Saturn, the age of inner authority, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, the sign of the self, the individual, that us as spirits in the full power of our spirit as human beings, our spiritual beingness expressed through our humanness in our wholeness as a humanity, as a collaborative oneness, as a one species on a one planet within a one cosmos, just loving each other back into our wholeness, back into our remembrance. So, I'm going to share with you my screen and show you where you can learn more about this class that I'm teaching, that I hope you will check out the page and see if it's for you, if you are wanting to really consciously connect with this Neptune in Aries energy and send this powerful wave of your intentions throughout this whole 14-year transit. And what I've realized in working with these transits, as they are cycles, we're not only working with just this cycle, this episode of the cycle, we're working with every single iteration of that cycle because Reiki is an infinite energy. In the link in the description below this video, you can access this page. It's on my website. Learn more about the class. It's on March 30th, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Hawaii time. It will be recorded, so totally okay if you cannot attend live. You will be included in the circle. It will work for you. Reiki works even if you are not there live. So no problem with that. And there's just so much information. I'm so excited to share with you. You don't have to be experienced with astrology or Reiki to be in this class. I encourage you read through this, see what all is included here, if it's right for you. And there's also private group access where the recordings will be there, where there's interaction available if you want to connect with me, if you want to connect with the classmates and share. So it really is a safe space, and the beings who continue to gather for these classes are just the most loving, extraordinary beings that are such an honor and privilege to be coming together as soul family again and again and receiving the transmissions. Every class is such a transmission. So, I am going to share with you a little bit about what is included in the course content because, as I said, I've been going through down so many different rabbit holes in the research and preparing for this class, much of which is coming through my own experience and Reiki journey. So, I will be sharing channeled information about this transit, about Neptune, and we will look at Neptune in astrology. We will look at the planet itself. So, astronomically, like what are the facts of Neptune? And going over this has been so expansive. We are also going to look at Neptune, Venus, the Venus star point, Haumea as well, the different octaves. We'll look at Haumea because she's playing into this really interestingly. Haumea is a dwarf planet named after the Hawaiian goddess, who is such a beautiful energy of the new earth and quantum manifestation and rebirth, regeneration, true abundance consciousness. We'll look at all of that in relation to transcendental love, unity consciousness, and how it's specifically playing out astrologically. So we'll look at Haumea more. We'll look at all the key dates of Neptune this year leading into when it can join Saturn at 0 degrees 45 minutes Aries on February 20th, 2026, and how to really understand all of that as this transit progresses. We'll look at Aries in astrology, the Sabian symbol. We'll look at the Ingress chart, so the chart for the moment Neptune enters Aries, looking at the galactic chart and really welcoming in those higher frequencies of the star alignments that are shining through this particular Neptune ingress Aries and the transit of Neptune in Aries. Lots of information coming from the higher heavens of consciousness about Neptune, about what is being awakened in us, higher guidance relative to this transit, how it's working with different generations of Neptune in your own natal chart. And then we'll look at some healing themes. And what I'm so excited to share about is the Buddhic consciousness that is awakening with this. And that was a really that's been an interesting connecting of the dots with Neptune and Aries relative to Buddhic consciousness, particularly the being Amitabha, and particularly the land of ultimate bliss, Sukhavati. And we will be working with the land of ultimate bliss in our Reiki journey. We will be working with Neptune as the diamond star in our Reiki journey, receiving the gifts of Venus, Neptune, and Haumea, as well as Amitabha, welcoming in Buddhic consciousness, welcoming in the land of ultimate bliss and the experiences of this. And yeah, really going deep into it. It's so beautiful. And in the journey, we're going to receive the light of leadership, spiritual authority, ultimate bliss, as I said, connecting with the diamond heart light divine masculine council. We were working with the divine feminine council with the Venus class I taught on March 1st. And for this transit, we're working with the divine masculine council of the diamond heart light. We'll be working with the brothers of the light, the diamond star council, Mars, Venus, Haumea, any of your guides, all of your guides who want to be a part of it. And we are going to journey into the 165th heaven of consciousness to the land of ultimate bliss, 165 being the number of years in orbit that it takes Neptune to make one orbit around the sun. So we're going to go really far out, really deep in, really high up, really deep in. And I'm just so very excited about it. So I hope if that sounds interesting for you, to you, if you are ready to be empowered and like welcome in this extraordinary expansion of consciousness, then you are so welcome in the class. And I can't wait for this class. Every class is so much fun. And I am just delighted to be doing this work and to be communing with others who also are really excited about this work and these classes too. If you have any questions, any insights on Neptune and Aries, please leave them in the comments below. And of course, you can email me and learn more about the class on my website, taylornorrisreiki.com. And whether or not you decide to join the sacred circle of the class, I hope you have the most blessed Neptune and Aries transit and ingress and eclipse portal that we're in right now, and really just the most beautiful experience in all of it. Aho, amen, namaste, and so it is. Mahalo.